Okay, everybody. Hello. Hell to the O. I mean, hello. Hello. I don't think I'm supposed to say that. Okay. So, hi, everybody. My name is Tracy Weinzapfel. You're in my studio. It is October 7th, and I have a ton of stuff to get through, and I'll try to make it all make sense. So, online, if you're live, logged in, it's a free account. Pick a username, and everybody picks a different username so that I can understand it. Like we have Tinkerbell from Never Neverland, who's with us tonight. If you're not logged in, you are not eligible to win any of the fantastic prizes. I don't think there are any, but you're not able to participate in the chat. Let's put it to you that way, okay? So you're in my studio. This is my studio, and it's a little warm, but it's the beginning of October. And always a bunch of stuff happens. I get the first 15 minutes to chit chat and catch you up. If you are not familiar with our Facebook group, Andy will give you a link to it. That's where I update just about everything that's going on. And there's a ton of stuff going on in October. So you're going to want to do that. And then today I updated and put the October calendar. I think I'm here all month. No travel. I just got back from Texas, knock on wood. So I'll tell you about that as we're painting along. And I just got back from Houston. So we have somebody here from Houston. Andy. Andy, are you not moderated again? What's your problem? I think I spent half the time trying to immoderate Andy. Oh. Okay, let's do this. I'm sorry. If you're just logging in, I have to mod my boss because she is the one who keeps everything in control for me. Okay, so here we go. So it is October. It's a great month. I actually was not ready for summer to end, and now I'm in fall. And Sandy posted the fall bucket list. I loved that picture. This weekend, I'm going to go fall bucket listing. I'm going to go jump in some leaves. I'm going to pick a pumpkin. I'm going to turn into a pumpkin. I'm going to carve a pumpkin. I'm going to do everything with a pumpkin this weekend. Anyway, for those of you having a birthday this month, happy birthday. Okay, anyway, so that's the end of that, October, which we also need an October challenge. And I have a thought in my head. I always do a creative dare at the beginning of the month, and that posts this week. We had lots of submissions, and I already know who the winner is. So if you guys want me to announce it, I will, or I'll wait. But normally I announce it when I announce the next creative dare. But if you want to know, I'll tell you because I picked it and it's right here on my bulletin board. Look, I have notes. Normally I don't have notes. I was so proud of myself. Oh, Lori's here. Okay. Okay, hi, Lori. Okay. So we covered that. October calendar was posted today. If Andy wouldn't mind giving a link to that, she already did. The October challenge will be posted by the end of the week. Normally, I formulate that as I'm going, the first Monday of the month. So we're here. I have to think of it. It's kind of swirling. I rein it in, and then I post it. We have a sponsor for this month, and it's Grumbacher, which if you guys were seeing me use the watercolors, Grumbacher is one of my favorite art companies. I use all their watercolors and their color pencils, and they sent me some fun things to give away. So I can't hold it all, but I have pencils. These are really cool pencils. And I have other things. So Grumbacher, you can go to where I posted the calendar today, and I want to thank Lori for that. Lori, we now have staff here at Tracy Weinzapfel Studios. Andy is our moderator extraordinaire. She keeps the Facebook group just going and does the house cleaning for me. And then she comes on here and moderates, and she posts all the links, and she's awesome. And then Lori did a Google Calendar for me. So now everything goes on the Google Calendar. So isn't that cool? Love that. And so that was posted, and as I updated, it'll automatically be updated. And I am working. I'm not working on it. I have people, and I hired somebody to do my new website. So for those of you who have been asking me about kits and buying and can we do stuff together and where did I get stuff, I'm hoping to find a home base for that. I don't want to become a store per se right here, but I want to be able to work with things and work with them together. So I'm trying to find a viable solution that's also cost effective. So I can't compete with Michael's, but I don't know, maybe I could. So anyway, that's exciting. Today I'm finalizing that. And so, and Lori's asking about the pay. Lori, don't talk about that. So awkward in front of everybody. I pay you in smiles. Any day now. The check is in the mail. Oh, look, somebody just wrote the checks in the mail. Okay, so that takes care of September and October. Anybody want to see the winner? That's the winner. Okay, so I'll post the winner. Ready? Want to see the winner? That was September. And they won a prize package from Fab Scraps. That particular lady did. Okay. So if you're not familiar with the form, okay, so that doesn't take care of that. The other thing is I just got back from Houston, Texas. I had a very lovely time. I got to see my cousin and I got to teach. I did get a bout of food poisoning. Not so great. But I was still able to function. Not good. So this was the class I taught. It's a cool mini accordion album held together by stuff and magic powers. And I posted it. It's posted on my website. I have a limited number of kits. I shipped a bunch on Saturday, and I shipped a second half today. And I believe I'm down to 5, but I'm teaching it locally as well. So I'm going to make some more. The kit comes like this. It has instructions, but we're going to do it live online on the 29th. Here, a private class if you bought the kit. If you didn't buy the kit, doesn't seem like you have the stuff to do it. But that will be for those who purchase the kit, no obligation. Don't think that if you're here, Monday night changes. It doesn't. But this is the complete kit with all the parts. And Andy will post a link to that because once I'm out of the kits, that's it. Because I'm not in the kit making business. And I can only cut so much paper before I want to shoot myself. So, it really is dry here. So that takes care of that. The kit is for sale. October 29th is the Ustream, and I think it's going to be at 5:30. If you can't catch it live, don't worry. I'm going to record it. I'm putting it on YouTube with a password, and then cool. Okay, and I'm excited because all the kits nearly sold out. So I'm going to the post office again this week one more time, and the guy at the post office thinks I'm hilarious when I go, here, and I throw them in. So that was my list of garbage, 608. I also this week last Friday I taught a huge Uncork Your Inner Artist class to these 10 amazing women. This was the class we did. It was so fun, and it's been asked if I would teach it. This will be a future class, just so you know. Okay? Stay tuned. I was going to do it tonight, but I'm not going to because I have something else in my head. I got to do the challenge, and so stay tuned. But I've been asked several times, would I do that live here? This has been the last few weeks. I was gone last week in Texas, so I think this was 2 weeks ago. I posted this one. I just did this myself. This was my prototype. So if you see, this was me teaching during the class, and I had all of them sign it. So really cool experience, and I just booked 2 more classes to do. So this is going to be my next. This is my new, oh my God, my new favorite. This is 11 by 14. It's got vellum surface, and I am oh so in love. And that's what I'm going to use. This is a future sponsor of ours, Strathmore. Love this book. And they sent me this to send out. So stay tuned. I think that's next month. Okay? Okay. Did I cover it? Okay. So if you have never been to this show and you're new, please raise your hand and Andy will text me anybody who's new so I can give them a shout out. I was explaining to somebody today the format of this class gathering, and one of the things I said was it is a non-scripted, obviously, non-prepared, obviously, hour and a half that we spend together. Usually it's just an hour. Okay, and it is an hour together. And Sandy, there's my apron, all painted. So it is an hour together where we just let it go. Let it go. That's as simple as it goes. Let it go. And I don't know if Susie Q is here, but she had posted an interesting question to me. Thank you, Sandy. One time and said, what does it mean to let it go? And so I've been putting some great thought to that. I got to raise my camera. Sorry, my other camera has to be raised, I think. Okay. So I'm always telling you guys to let it go. Use the supplies that you have bought. Don't hold on to things. We're going to do it this way this time. And use it, okay? Because we all buy stuff and we either don't know how to use it or we're too afraid to use it. Okay, I love it. Mary Kay says, I'm placing that order right now. She got it ordered. So this next hour is to let it go. I will pay attention as much as I can. My lovely moderators send me any questions. I wish I could type, have wet paint, have a camera going, and entertain you. But something has to give, and sometimes I just get in the zone, and I just can't. I can't communicate except for flowing from my mouth. So anyway, tonight we're going to use some products, and I have to do the October challenge, and this is what I've prepared so far. Okay, Andy has texted me the new people. She said, "Oh, Therese and Sammy." So welcome, welcome, welcome. So that's really the format of it, and I hope you join us again. We're back next Monday, and the following Monday, and the following Monday. And every week a project's different. Sometimes I'm on Canvas, sometimes I'm in my journal, sometimes, you know, I'm out of the box. So this is what I've done. I took a deep breath and let it go. That's all I have prepared. And I saw this, and it says, when the day is over, let it go. Don't dwell on what you couldn't or shouldn't have done. Tomorrow is another day and another chance, okay? Just a quote I saw on Pinterest. I love Pinterest for quotes. And I wrote something because and I will talk about this because this is how I've derived the challenge. You're all wondering how I get to where I get with my challenges, and you're typically not going to get a challenge from me that says use the color purple. Sometimes you do, but for the most part, I like to dare you to think outside of the box. Okay, so today I'm going to think outside of the box. I'm going to use frog tape. That's another sponsor too coming up. I can only do so many a month, so we're going to start painting. It is 6:14. I am not allowed to talk anymore. Andy's going to welcome all of the newbies for me so that I don't go over, and I just breathe and I take a step back and I enjoy this next hour with all of you. And this is, I'm going to hopefully open my shade because I'd like to get a little more light and watch the sun go down. My studio, fortunately, has sun. Okay, so I pulled some things that I wanted to use. These are brand new paints from Deco Art. They're called Multi-Surface Satin, and I love them. I love the colors. They're my colors. I've got all of the colors. It's not here, but I pulled those. I pulled some gesso, and that's all I've done so far. There you go. And then I pulled the frog tape because I just wanted to play. If you guys don't know what frog tape is, it's the tape that you use when you're painting. Sammy says, I would like to use purple. Can you make that my challenge? No, everybody gets the same challenge. Okay, so I got an 11 by 14 piece of mixed media paper, and I have the world at my fingertips. So today, I'm going to translate that into something amazing. At least everybody pray and hope that something amazing comes out of this situation. All right. I'm just going to look for another color paint. Okay, here we go. I want to use, I just did my nails, so you know what's going to end up happening? Tomorrow I'll go around looking as if I painted the Mona Lisa, because my hands will have, in fact, I got to take off my ring. Bye-bye. Okay. Here we go. So here we go. Everybody ready? Oh yeah, frog tape is the name of the tape. If you're familiar with, oh, whoa. I was almost really ready. So I'm going to start with my background. I just dumped the paint all over, but that's all right. You know, that's all right. And I think Kirkland should sponsor me with the number of baby wipes I go ask all of you guys to go buy. But I just want this background to be simple, simple, simple. Simple, simple, simple. So I'm going to do a couple of my favorite colors and hope that this doesn't explode all over my hands. I really am loving using this. I don't really kind of have a concept, but I don't. So if you're wondering what colors I'm using, I will list them all on my website tonight. I'm using green. I love the names of these two. Green Beret, Chartreuse. Look at me, I can't say them. Deep Turquoise, and another one. Leprechaun. And I don't know if that was exactly the color, but anyway. So I just have a thought. Oh, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Andy, I sometimes look up and can see Andy, or, oh, I got paint all over. Okay. Anyway, this is just me getting my background. We're going bright. I know I've been on this bright kick lately. I know it, and I know it, and I know it. Okay, I try to not always be on a bright kick, but those are really my colors. Okay. Oh, you're supposed to shake the paint up. Okay. I know I'm on a bright kick, so you'll have to excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to pose a question that is going to lead us to talk about the October Creative Dare. Okay, don't put your paint so close together. That's my problem. So October, and I always start from light to dark, but look, okay, really? Again, shake your paints. Anybody know what next Sunday is? If you looked at my Facebook page today, you'd know. I'm going to look up and see. Okay. I am recording. Yes, I am recording. Okay. So I'm just doing two colors of blue here. I was hoping one would be darker than the other, but it's not. Okay. And then I'm going to do a couple of, oh, whoops, I meant to use a different white, but all right. Well, you know what? You live a little bit here. I'm saving a tree as we speak. I don't want to move this so you can't see it. All right. Cheap masking tape does work, but just keep in mind sometimes cheap masking tape, it can get sticky, and if it's old and you rip it off your project, it can leave, you know, either a gooey residue or it will pull your project up. I've had not great luck because I think some of my masking tape is a little bit older. But yeah, I'm not telling you to go buy frog tape. I was just kind of mentioning too, they were nice enough to send me extras. Okay. So when people send me extras, I don't keep it. I give it away. Because this studio needs not one more thing in it. Okay, I don't know if you can tell what I'm going for here. I'm going for grass and sky. Can you tell that or no? And that is eyeballed. Don't get crazy about it, okay? This isn't, there's not going to be a test on this. This is just our background. Thank you, Jean. Yes, it is. Ding, ding, ding. I have a thing about my Sundays. And I loved that idea. Okay. All right. For those who wanted to know, Sunday is no bra day. It was posted all over Facebook tonight, and I thought that was funny. Something about, it's breast cancer month, so people don't think I'm just talking about my tatas for a reason, but yeah. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So, and I'm a big advocate, walker for cancer every year. I believe I'm doing the Relay for Life again this year, and I know Lori does it. I took 1 year off, and I've been asked to come back. That's what happens when you get a lot of donations. They say, would you please come back? I love that. Okay, so hold on. I need one more color. I needed a darker blue. All right. Giddy, giddy, giddy. So this is my background. This is my background. I love, by the way, it just seems like things are bigger and bigger and more stuff going on, and I thank you guys for tuning in because it really is fun. Okay, so I'm going to pose a question here that I posed on Facebook, and I don't like to ever focus on the negativity of things because, you know, we do that enough as a society. But one of the things I asked was, fill in the blank. To live a creative life, we must lose our fear of what? And I can give you the top 5 answers. And they would have been, mine was, by the way, what was mine? Not being good enough, okay? Which I got to thinking about that. Okay, done. And I would like you to answer. Hi, Terry. Being perfect. I will show you frog tape, people. Everybody's asking. Okay, so I'm just going to dry this real quick while I look up because I want, there we go, failure. Thank you. Funny how they're all. Okay. So I just want this dry. And you know what? I'm going to, is this good? Okay, are we all good? Okay. Making mistakes. Good one. See, making a mistake. Yep, on the list. See? See? Okay, so see how easy that was? Okay, this is frog tape. I will put this on my website. However, this is wave frog tape. It's called shape tape. And it's shaped like a wave. Huh. How cool is that? I know you're all having an aha moment. So I saw this at the hardware show for work when I went to the hardware trade show. And I talked to the guy, and he said, I will send you frog tape to give away and use. And I said, yoo-hoo-hoo. And I think it's available probably at Home Depot, but I'm just going to cut 3 strips off. And it comes in chevron too, for those of you. And it doesn't stick. Like it doesn't, okay? It is better than the blue stuff. Comes up a lot easier. Okay? So that's what I'm using. Okay? And don't worry, I'll post it. I know you're all frantically taking notes on this class. No, you can't have any candy corn. I'm using that for work. Okay. No, there is. I'll give it to you when I'm done. Could you, yeah. Oh, shoot. I missed one part that I wanted to do. Hold on. Frog tape. Hold up the system here. I'm going to take some gesso. gesso, gesso, gesso. And I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take, this is a stipple brush. This is, okay, I don't need a lot of this. Okay. Whoops. That was not supposed to dive back out. Go away. Okay. Look at me how neat I am when I'm, okay, so this is a stipple brush, right? And I'm just going to, I don't know if I made this dark enough for you to recognize, but this is what Bob Ross used to call happy clouds. Thank you, Mr. Ross, for years of happy clouds. Okay. Okay, somebody just ordered a kit because cha-ching goes off on my phone. Whoops. Okay. Oopsie poopsie. Okay. So you see how easy this is? It's really nothing to it, but I just want clouds in my sky because I don't know why, but I do. And with a stipple brush, you really do want to clean it off, and this is all I do to clean it off, but it's a hard brush to clean, and you don't want to get the water up in the barrel of it. So this is what I do. Well, but it's just the one paintbrush I don't allow to, you know, dry and get a ton of paint because then you ruin it, and I'm pretty bad with my paintbrushes. I hate to admit that. Okay, so is everybody still answering OCD much? Very funny. I can still see you people. Lori. A clean work surface is a nice work surface. Okay, so let's dry off our clouds now. Okay. Now does that look like, oh, I have a kid coming back from basketball. Okay. I never know if I'm actually going to see the background when I go. Who would have thought all those years I watched Bob Ross and Donna Dewberry or Donna Newberry or whatever her name was? I used to love her. Does anybody remember her too? She used to paint really. Hi, darling. How was basketball? Hey, okay. You're in the zone. You're in the creative zone. Step away, child.
Mommy's licking me.
Okay. Step away, child.
I like this.
So, thank you. I appreciate that. It's always nice when somebody says they. Okay, I'm just.
Oh, you're using brown paint.
Yeah. Okay. Step away, child.
Okay. Goodbye.
Okay. Goodbye. You can come back later if you'd like.
Yay.
So, all I'm doing is this. It's so not sticky, but it's so fantastic. And this is all I'm doing. So, what am I doing? You know what? I messed up. I didn't mean to do that. But you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. I messed up. I meant to do this one step before. But you know what? Life is about driving fast and taking chances, so we're going to do just that. Okay? I don't care. So now I got to come up with plan B. I meant to do it one step before, but that's okay because I wanted to be a little bit lighter, but I got so anxious about my background that, hold on. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So I'm going to go look for some darker colors. That's what I'm going to go do. And hope I find them. There we go. And there we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, let's shake these bad boys up. All right. I'm going to bring in some sky, some. Okay. So, oops. Just roll with it. Yeah. I'm rolling with it. We've used about, 700 colors, but oh well. We're going to intensify everything. I meant to have my background because I tried this on a background one step before, but you know what? Life is all about taking chances, and that's what we're going to do right about now. And if you all dare say, I liked it better before, I'm going to be like, what? Okay. You never know what's going to happen in this mad scientist studio. Oh my God, I'm getting paint all over the place, including my apron. This apron was not meant supposed to. And then I'm going to have to come back in and put more happy clouds in. Well, our clouds are going bye-bye. That's okay. They can go right back where they were. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Okay. Okay, so anyway, back to what I was talking about. I'm going to give you all the 5 since I wasn't able to totally look up and the 5, or no, I wouldn't say 5, but yeah, I did write them down. I actually had a notebook somewhere. What did I do with said notebook? Okay, here we go. The things I saw that were listed was judgment, not being perfect, imperfection, messing up, making a mistake, judgment. That was an interesting one because I always think of myself as judge. I'm the biggest judger of my own work. I am my worst critic. Here we go. So these are all the things that I talk about letting go. Perfect. Today, I wrote something today. It was like, you know what? Today I choose to let go of fear, perfection, judgment, self-criticism, fear of failure, comparison. Those are the things that I'm choosing. Then I said I choose happiness, peace in my heart, and going for it. I'm ready to let it go. So that is my little life lesson. And that is my challenge for this month, is kind of to tell me via your art, and I don't know how this is going to come out on my art yet. I haven't gotten that part. I got to put my happy clouds back. I want to know how you are going to let it go. And like I said, I haven't discovered how that is going to happen here, but it will happen. So these are the things I think you're in your head. You just got to go, you know what? I'm done with that business. I don't really care to hear that voice in my head telling me to do this or to do that. Is that going to be dark enough? We're going to find out. And then you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a flower over the top of this right now. One of my flowers is going to be up and over the top of it so that when I pull it away, okay, sorry, I had to get rid of my, and I can go back in if I need to. That's that one brush that needs to be cleaned. They're buggers if you don't. Okay, so I'm going to dry this off. There you go. I love it. I won't be afraid of anything. That's the spirit, people. So I'm going to put one of my flowers in the front. And I'm kind of got 2 big flowers planned in my head. I don't know what's going to happen on paper. And I'm going to need gesso. Okay, so let's gesso some flowers on. And I'm going to have this one be in front. So I don't know if I have to go back in and repaint it, I will. So this is all, I don't know if I should have dried this more. We're going to find out. I'm in like Miss Hurry pants all the time. So I don't know if you're doodling, and I can come back in like I said. And if you're doodling, it's not how perfect it is. And I'm going to do that. What I really want is the stem to be behind. I'd have to come back in and now watch, after I've used the heat gun, I just heated the frog tape to it. No, I'm teasing. I don't know. It's just sometimes live, you try something and then you go, oh, yeah, that wasn't what I planned. I had planned on. God, does it feel good to be here, though. I did not like being away so much. especially when I was sick. Okay, so so now I think our October challenge is going to be about the things you're choosing to let go. How is that for a challenge? And you can use it via quote. For example, somehow I'm going to incorporate in this, whether I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, perfect. I mean, not perfect. I don't know. Let's get another flower on here. But you know what I really want to do is I want to get rid of this frog tape because I don't know where the flower is going to be or what's going to happen. Okay, are we ready for this? Are we hoping this is going to work? Everybody breathe because I don't know really what's going to work and what. Oh, there we go. See how easy it comes up? Okay, whoops. When I tried this before, I had a much lighter background because I didn't skip a step. But you know what? Life is about, taking chances. Okay. And I think I am going to bring my stems. I'm going to leave the, love this one. Cool. Okay. Whoa. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Is everybody good? Yes. But I am going to do this. I don't know if I am going to bring it or, yeah, I think I am going to bring this forward. Okay. Okay. I'm going to leave that one behind it. Okay. And then I'm going to draw one more that's over here. I don't know how this one's going to be. This one's going to be like this. This one's going to be like this. Okay. Now remember, when you're doodling with gesso, just go with it. Don't be perfect. We're going to come back and doodle the crap out of it. You're not going to know where things were supposed to be. Okay, and I'm going to put this leaf is going to go in front of that. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to have, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Cool? Cool. Cool. I'm done. Well, not exactly. Okay, I got to dry this because I'm contemplating one more little doodad. There's Yvonne. I was talking about you, Yvonne. We were talking about what it means to let it go. Yvonne just stepped in. Paint with abandon of a 4-year-old. That is what Leslie just said, and I love it. As I was, I almost stuck my heat gun in my water bowl. Wouldn't that have been a nice electrical shock to liven up the show? That would have been fun. Not funny for me, but funny for all of you. Okay. I wonder what percentage of this show is cleaning up my workspace versus painting. I can't help it. It's just how I am. It's just how I'm programmed. Okay. And I'm going to go through, and that's where I'm going to do all of my writing. So that's going to be very cool. And my flowers are going to be a lovely, lovely shade. This is going to be my middle. This is going to be, I'm going to do orange and yellow. Okay. Oops, maybe not. Okay. Don't you love it when your paint is not mixed up? I just got all these, so, okay. I use the same paintbrush. I love a number 6 or number 8 round, and I'm a sucker for it, and that's it If you guys are wondering what my big trade secret is on the paintbrushes, it is a 6 or an 8 round, and I use it until I can use it no more, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh, whoops, what am I doing? Yeah, that's right. And because I'm working in acrylics, I can work rather quickly. Oops. And I can work. I love to just mix the paint up. Sometimes I wet it down, but because I have lots of stuff going on, I'm not. And my whole thing is don't be perfect, but I do have to be mindful of where my, there we go. And I'm just going to go around. Who cares if that gets mixed in? Okay. Whoops. And I'm going to make this one a little bit darker. I realize I probably have not looked up or spoken in the, oh, so let's chit chat. I went to Texas. I never met my cowboy with the large cowboy hat. Thank you very kindly, Houston, for not having any cowboys around. I don't know what the deal was. I think I was there on a non-cowboy evening. I think all the cowboys were hiding from me. I think somebody sent a memo that I was going to be in town and I was going to be scoping cowboys out. Do you see what I'm doing with the gesso? I'm kind of going back in and giving the center of my petals a little bit of lovin'. Oops, that was a lot of lovin'. So anyway, I had fun. I got to see my cousin. Life was fun. You know, I really enjoyed Houston, and I really enjoyed leaving Houston. I flushed my boarding pass down the toilet. That was fun. Having to explain the guy at the boarding gate that I decided to flush my boarding pass and pee on it. And then they changed gates on me without notifying me, which, let me tell you, not fun. So I had to run 6 gates 10 minutes before boarding, and that wasn't great either. But the rest of the trip was pretty damn satisfactory. I had a very successful, I think, show for the company I was there for, which was Fab Scraps, and you know, you do the best you can with what you have on hand, and then you just hope. But let me just tell you, I was listening to all the women talk about travel, and I was just thinking to myself, I would like to go home and watch my daughter, land her for what? Oh, my charcoal pencil, the question has been raised. What is my charcoal pencil of choice? And that would be a 3B. That is my preferred softness. B is soft. That would be me personally, which doesn't mean you have to like it, but if you do, you get brownie. Hold on. I just lost my screen. Okay. Whoops. Sorry, people. I lost my screen. Okay, here we go. There we go. So anyway, that was always fun. That was a fun, interesting trip, and I was very happy to arrive in sunny San Diego where it was not as humid, but I did get the most amazing thunderstorm, which I thought was just freaking great. And so then I came home, and I've been home for about a week, and you know, catching up on life and all of that it has to offer you. And that has been great. I'm happy to be home, let me tell you that much. And yesterday, if you read on my blog today, I had or Saturday, I think I'm good there. I think I'm good and happy. The one thing I was going to add is, believe it or not, is just some weird random location. I don't know. I just feel like another, I don't know, up, down, hold on. I feel like there should be just something sprouting right here. And then I feel like there should be something sprouting off here. Kind of. And how much time do I have? Oh, my goodness. Okay, paint your heart out, Tracy. So I will share a little bit about things that have been going on. So when I was younger, 18 to be 19, I was away at college and I lost a dear friend of mine. And she took her own life. So it's a lot of hows and what and whys and how dare you, and I've been a little mad and, all that good stuff. Well, I don't know where this one's going to go, but I think it's going to go right in here. Well, it is now because I just touched the paper. So anyway, her mother found me on the internet because I have since learned to talk about it and share my experience with something that was horrific. And every now and again, I do fundraisers and stuff like that for suicide prevention. I have small children, and so I'm very, anytime one of my friends says, I'm just so sick of everything, I'm the first one that says, no, you're not. You're really not that sick of it. And it's almost made me go over the edge on the other direction of craziness. But because I, didn't know how to deal with that as a 19-year-old, I have got the opportunity to have lunch with her mother 25 years ago on Saturday. So it's really left me feeling very wide open as a person, and I kind of always feel like as an artist, I feel things greatly. I'm just the big emotional butterball all the time. You guys are probably wondering what those are. I don't know what they are either, but they're going to be bright. And they're going to be happy. So anyway, that was my Saturday, and what a fulfilling, wow, what an awesome, fulfilling lunch that was, to be able to have this opportunity to sit down and, ask questions as an adult and say, why the heck was she thinking, and also to talk to her mom, and her mom got to see me. And the other thing was I got to sit down and talk to her as a mom now. I'm a mom, so my perspective is, I'm no longer a selfish 19-year-old who thinks the world revolves around her. I'm a selfish 43-year-old who knows the world revolves around her. No, I'm a mother. And so that was a really cool opportunity. My mom and dad knew her, and, it was great. Anyway, so I don't mean to be a downer. I think it was actually an upper event. I don't think it was a sad event. These are just random, I don't know, they're just blooms. They're going in. You know why? Because I said so. And then I'm done painting, and then the doodle starts, and then we have to put the journaling in, and that is the things I am going to lose. I need nothing to it. Balls to the wall, taking some chances. One thing I talked to my friend's mom about was the fact that I used to be incredibly shy, bookwormy. I know my mom's going, what? And then she discovered boys. She got her braces off. She stopped wearing glasses. We got her contacts, and then there were boys. That's what my mom's saying. But I don't think she talks in that voice. That's how she comes out in my head. When I was a kid, she used to come out like this. Oh, wow, oh, wow, oh, wow. Sorry, Mom. So anyway, I hope you guys have compiled your list of this is the day I'm going to lose the need for this, and this. I am no longer, here we go, clean up in aisle 4. Okay, here we go. And I believe I can feel a charcoal pencil maybe coming on. Okay, so done with the painting. I have to be done at some point because otherwise we'll never get out of here. Oh, how old was she and why? Excellent question. She was 19, and the answer would be, and I will be honest with you, I think it was the ever she had to have things perfect. I talked at great lengths, especially being a mom. I talked at great lengths with my with Bibi because I want to know, she had a great relationship with her daughter. And so, anyway, I don't know. So perfection was one of the things that kept coming out of both of our mouths, and I realized, there's a lot of pressure on our kids these days to be perfect, and college and everything like that. So I just wanted to listen and gain some insight, and I did. I think I did. I hope I did. So this was another reason for this challenge. I think we all don't start a book because, it's not going to be perfect. I remember dear Yvonne sending me a message saying she bought this really pretty journal and she was too afraid to start it because it wasn't going to be perfect, and what if she messed it up? And I just said, you know what? You have got to just start the book. There is no what if, what ifs, what ifs, and I have that same tendency. I used to have journals I was too afraid to use, paper that was too good. You buy all this stuff and you think, I'm going to save it for the perfect project. Well, I hate to break it to you people. I don't know that there is a perfect project. There is a perfect workspace. Look at me as I'm talking. I'm fine. Okay. So I'm missing you guys all sharing stories, and I'm sorry. It's just not possible for me to do 12 things at one time. But I'm going to pull one of these out. I'm going to pull one of these babies out, and then I'm going to pull out, I got a couple. I had to buy a new Montana paint pen because I cannot get, for the life of me, this one open. And now the one thing we're going to do is doodle. But you cannot doodle, trust me, until it is dry. And I do notice it's not quite dry. Are there any questions for me? Yeah, you know what? You got to let it go. I noticed as I was teaching a bunch of, 35, 40 something women on Friday night, especially as moms, we try to be perfect. There is no perfect. I was the perfect PTA mom long, long ago. And I'm just going to do this because I really love my little, I really don't know if this pen is going to last much past this, but okay. This is a Montana paint pen with no label on it because I've done everything I can to get into the thing besides get married to find him. I'm trying to find a man who can open paint. Yeah, the second I find a man who can open Montana paint pens so I can refill them, just kind of when I'm going to say I do. The first guy who opens up a pen and says, here, I'll refill it for you. Okay, you're in. Oh, I love it. Everybody's saying I can't do 12 things at once. Right now I'm juggling a plate on my head. All right, here we go. So all you do to get these things started is stand here for 22 minutes and wait for the thing to start blurbing out. And then you just, there we go. Okay. Dancing Queen. And now I have that in my head. Okay, so here we go. Oh, look at that. Man, when you get a new pen, it's just like, it's perfect. No, I'm teasing. That's the other thing I used to do. I used to buy pens and not use them because it was like, I don't want the ink to run out. Hello, goofball. Of course it's not going to run out if you don't use it. Okay, are you guys just looking at my head? Probably. And, Andy's saying, I hate that head of yours. Is there a difference because they are multi-surface of these paints and the acrylics you usually use? You know what? Is there a difference? Well, I love the colors, but I love the colors of the other ones. That's an awesome. I do know that they're sold as a multi-surface paint. Oh, come on, Boo Boo Bear. Let's get some paint out of this thing. And I don't notice a considerable difference, except for, man, it's like the color range that they come in are exactly my colors. So I feel like I don't have to go mix and match paints, if that makes any sense. But they're a multi-surface. They work on everything. I will tell you what they work on and what they don't work on. They work on, oh, they don't say. Thought they said. I think they work on just about everything, to be honest with you. Yes, child.
Just stapling my homework.
Okay. Is your homework done?
Yeah.
Good girl. That is why you're my favorite. I really having no luck on my pens tonight. Oh, there we go.
I like it though.
You like it? Yeah. Okay. And then this one goes, whoops. I will look it up and tell you what surfaces they work on, but man, I know they work on like wood and plastic and all these other things. And I think it's awesome to have a paint that works on everything. Finally. Okay. So you guys think it'll be weird if I say to a guy, can you open paint pens and refill them? That's it. That's how I know. I'm sorry if you're looking at the top of my head. I'm trying not to block the view. So I'm trying to see where this tape went. It was when I tested it because I didn't, there it is. There we go. I think my journaling is going to go right in here. There we go. Cool. Okay. Goody, goody, goody. All surfaces. Good. Okay. Thank you for looking that up. They're so great. I've used them now on several projects, but man, the colors are just my colors. I mean, it's like they listened to me and they said, Tracy, whatever you would like, we will get for you. Oh, I don't think that's what they did, but. And I'm just going to continue around here. And I'm going to do really black, but okay, here is where perfectionism goes out the wazoohee. Because I don't have time for that. I don't have time for it. And I'm happy with my art. Everybody else should be happy with it. And I encourage you, okay, I don't care if you want to paint exactly what I have painted, I don't care. If you feel more comfortable doing your own thing, paint your own thing. I am not grading you. I just, see, these are what these are. I don't know what they are, but I add them a lot on my little doodly doos, and I just love them. And I play. Okay, so I know, and I really am trying to try this. Cool. Okay. Kim owns a store. Kim owns a store who she's going to give a link to. And Kim is a friend of mine in Northern California, and I'm so thrilled to see her. Not see her, but see her. Okay, my paint is still a little bit wet, but you know what? Doodle, 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 schmoodle. Just go. Don't go in the lines. Just go out of the lines and have a good time. Celebrate good times. Come on. Okay. And I know that this is just messy schmessy, but the messier it is, the better it's going to turn out. Trust me on that. Okay? Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Are you good? Are you good? See, it's not perfect, people. And I'm going to live. Well, maybe not. Maybe after I get off air, I look at this and go, what the heck was I thinking? No, I'm not going to. Because okay, cool. Now my doodling is going to go in here, and these are all the things I choose to let go. I'm going to use the thing I wrote. And the thing, what is going on here? I know what's going on here. I missed it. It's not perfect. Well, I'm going to make it perfect. And I have to decide how my writing is going to go because I do. I know I'm going to start at the top. And if it's not perfect, I don't care. As I'm trying to perfect this. I know. Whoops. See, not perfect. Okay, just stop. Stop, Tracy Ann. Oh, I just want it to be darker. That's it. Okay. That's it. That's all I wanted it to be. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, Kim, we need to catch up. Okay, this is just a stamp pad, and I'm just going around the top of it because I happen to love this color stamp pad. It's Heritage Marvy. I always use these. I don't know why. I just always have, and they just look cool. I might even go around with a black one. Do I have a black stamp pad? I never have anything when I need it right by my hand. Oh, see, I don't have a black one because I took it to Houston with me, and it's in my pile of Houston that still needs to be. Okay. This is just a black stamp pad. I'm just going around the edge. Just going around the edge. Okay, what time is it? Oh, I have 15 minutes to write. This is the part where everybody goes, oh, I hate it. Okay, so don't worry about it. We're going to get through this together as friends. Okay, here we go. I do want to, this is a Uniball Signo. I don't know if oh yeah, it's good. It's working. You have to make sure your paints are dry. I really don't recommend doing what I'm doing. And that's just being a butthead because it will clog up your, always have a pad of paper right here, but it clogs up your tip when you do anything and it's slightly wet. So I'll just come back in and add some more. Okay, no problem. I'm just being a clod. Okay, there we go. Goody, 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 goody. Stop doing it. Stop clogging up your pen. Okay, goody, done. Now I'm going to write. And what am I going to write? I'm going to write, today I choose to let go of. Today I choose to let go of. Ba-ba, 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 ba. Ooh, maybe I'll put the words in the leaves. Let's just see what happens when I start writing. And yes, I'm just going to blindly start writing, and I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if it's going to fit. I don't know if we're going to have to amend something. But today I'm just choosing to let it go. Oh, but I want my writing to be perfect. No. Okay, the only thing I would like to do, spell the words right. Today. I I make myself so nervous when I write. Does anybody get nervous when they write? Choose to let, especially when I'm running my trap, to let go of Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write those words in here. Those words are going to go in here. Okay? Today I let go. Anybody have any veto on that situation? No. Okay, no rules. We're just going to go. Oh, Andy says, don't put the words. If you had done it like you planned, would be waves have been all white. No, I actually, this was my test. This was I will show you. In fact, I can redo this, but this was what I painted this afternoon because I was trying to get this and see how I did just these two colors. But see, I didn't finish it and I didn't know what direction it was going to go in. And then I thought, well, shoot, I'll just do it live so that it works better. But so this was my concept, and I did light. I did the yellow, this green, and then I came in and did the sky over it. So I just was going too fast, but I actually could write this out, and I would be at peace with it. So if I redid it, and you can leave the waves all white. I just wanted to go contrasting and go lighter or darker, but I still can see it, so I'm okay with that. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, and I think you'll see it more. I'm going to come in and color in all the little holes so that my writing. Joey, may I help you? Okay, thank you. I'm almost done. I'm sorry, I have children. So you see what I'm saying? I'm actually really happy with this. This was when I had started that one this morning, and I thought, oh no, I'm gonna go with that tonight and finish it up. And I didn't know what the challenge was gonna be, so I really am okay with this. Okay, so my words are gonna go in there. Today I choose happiness, so I'm gonna just write again. So next time I would definitely bring it in where today, I don't really want to mess this up. And I think I have to amend this. I'm going to put peace in my, I'm going to leave that out. I'm going to say, today I choose happiness. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what did I do? Oh, shoot. Guess who forgot her writing? I forgot to let go of. There we go. Got it! Hey, people, we said this is not going to be perfect. I perfected the not going to be perfect part. Got it. I love it when I get text messages. Today I choose happiness. I am ready to let it go. I am ready to let it go postal on this thing. Were you all just sitting there going, tell her? Good. I'm happy I fit this all in. I really wanted to let. Okay. So that was my concept, and this is, but I'm way okay with this. Did I mess it up a little bit? Yeah, but Now, let me tell you this. I think years ago, I would have been like, oh my God, I'm going to junk the whole piece. But you know what? No, I am not. And I might even write my words. Let's see how I'm going to write them. I say let it go. You got to roll with it. So this is a Signo Uniball. I have about 22 of these at a time rolling. They're my favorite pen. The secret is go slow and have a pad of paper right next to it that you can, oops, I put the wrong lid on that. Okay, cool. Have a pad of paper that you can wipe off your pen tip. That's the only thing I recommend, and I don't know what happened to the lid to this one, so it's okay. Okay, so the other thing is I need to write in, and I don't really like to focus on the negative words, so today, okay, so now here are my words that I'm going to let go of. Oh, I might need to write it. I might need to write it in this. Fear. I'm going to put perfection right here because I would like that. I would like that to be, I need some more. Okay. Fear of failure. I want that one. Oh, I'm going to just put the word failure. Comparison. This is a big one. This is a big one. Comparison. What else? Fear of failure. I got that one. Oh, self-criticism. I'm sorry, people, but I think sometimes. How do you spell criticism? CRIT. TISM. Everybody is saying pretty work. Thank you very much. Criticism. Come on, people. Spell criticism. All right, I'm waiting for that. I think it's CRITICISM. I think it is. TICISM. Okay. Any others that I should? Oh, mistakes. Mistakes? How about mistakes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any more? I'm going to choose to let go of mistakes. I don't think there are mistakes. Okay. I don't know where the lid to that pen is. I just was going to inevitably, oh, there's the school. Fear of failure.
Hi, we're not available to take your phone call, but leave your name and number, and we'll return your call. Thanks. Bye.
Sorry about that. Okay. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. Nah, I don't like that. Okay, the great thing about this pen, if you don't like it, wipe it off before it dries, which I just did, and it came out fine. Okay, I believe I am done. I believe that I am happy. And I believe that I'm going to go for it, man. Here we go. Oops. Okay, there it is. Mistakes are learning lessons. Okay, so I might even show you this one, and I'll add the same stuff on there because, that gives you an idea. But I would have just taken off the tape or put the tape on one step sooner before I went so detailed on the grass, and hope that was conveyed clearly. Sorry. Jeez, oh Pete, where am I? Okay. And this is just a black ink pad. I just want to, so see what happens when you take an idea. So these things are all out the door. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Oh, but I am gonna. Okay. I'm just adding more detail. I'm adding more detail because, you know, I'm never happy until it's perfect. No, I'm teasing. Okay. Done. It is D-O-N-E. And I can't, did I find the lid for that pen? No. Okay. Well, you get the idea, and I'm going to blog post about this entire adventure, including my little boo-boos, which, you know what, you make from time to time. I really hope I didn't put that lid somewhere that I can't find it, but anyway. Okay, I am done. And now, and this is 11 by 14. I'm back. Ah, okay, so I'm sorry my chatting skills are limited. We had a crowded night tonight too. So it's done. I'm looking to see what I want to add. But you get the idea. Sammy says, I can't do the clappy hands. Sammy, they have to let you into the clappy hand society. I don't know how to do it either. Are there any questions? I'm taking off that because I can breathe. And I think I'm going to add some sort of journaling to this as well at some point. I was looking for my lid. I hate to have a pen dry up, but that's okay. Okay. Adding frog, everybody, adding frog tape to the shopping list. Just put it on your husband's shopping list, and then he'll be like, frog tape? What does she want me to paint now? And they're sponsoring, so don't worry, that's coming in. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Okay. Everybody, please. You know what? I should give away a roll of frog tape this week. I'm going to give away a roll of frog tape. I'm going to put it on my blog. Okay, Andy, you need to email me. Okay, I'm going to give away a roll. I'll put it on my blog. I did a really cool, I have a way to give it away. Give it away now. Give it away now. Okay. Oh, and my daughter would like to say hi. I'm going to give away a roll of frog tape. Stay tuned on my blog. I can give away a sponsored thing before it needs to be given away. Okay, this is my daughter. Get down off your tippy toes. Get down off your tippy toes. That's my daughter.
Hi.
Come here, Joe. Get up here. Get up. Anyway, yeah, go to my blog. I will blog about it there. I will do it on there. It's here we go. And this is her twin brother, Joey.
I'm better looking. No.
He's better looking. She's smarter.
Yeah,
right.
Okay, exit stage left. Come on. This is not a family production. Okay, sorry about that. Go ahead, take a bath. Okay. Okay, roll of frog tape is going on there. And stay tuned. I know our sponsor is somebody else, but that's okay. We're going to give it away. Maybe I'll give two. I got to find what I have to give away. Would you guys prefer the wave or the chevron? Okay. Got it. And I just have to keep writing with this pen until the ink runs out because I don't have the lid anymore. And I think what I did was I threw it in my dirty water because I throw everything in there when I'm doing stuff. Okay, frog tape it is. And I'm hearing wave, wave, wave. Okay, so I'll give that away. That'll be just a giveaway I'll do on my blog, something separate from the challenge. So stay tuned for that. I have a really cool way of doing it now, so I don't have to get involved with the logistics of giving stuff away. Thank you so much. I think I have 3 kids. I have 3 kids. I have two 11-year-olds, which you just met, and a 16-year-old. And if I asked him, put tape on my pen. If I asked him to come here, he would tell me to stick it up my shoe bag, and I'm not going to do that. And he would never say that to me because I would stick it up his shoe bag. I don't even know what a shoe bag is. Somebody just said put tape on my pen. I'm giving away a Sharpie too, because at this point, if I don't find the lid, I'm going to have to ditch that. I know I must have thrown it away or put it in my water. I'll find it. So isn't that funny? I did that whole painting with one paintbrush. Well, two. Any other questions? I'm really excited. We're growing by leaps and bounds, and exciting things. I've had a few phone calls today, so stay tuned for new things. My dad says the workshop is calling. Thank you, Daddy-O. Okay, good night, Mom. Good night, Dad. Good night to everybody. I thank you for joining me. The October calendar is posted, and lovely Lori is keeping that up to date so that I don't have to think twice. And thank you to my moderators. Oh, thank you so much for saying. Dancing DJ Marie said she loves my shirt. Thank you. Thank you. It's comfy, and I didn't get any paint on that. And still can't find the marker lid. Okay. Oh, not in my tea. Okay, it's here somewhere. All right. I'm out of here. Thank you for this Monday night. Debbie352 just tuned in. We are done, Debbie. Debbie, this is what we painted, but don't worry. I'm going to load it up on YouTube right now. We could start all over again for Debbie. I'll play it in reverse for you. Thank you so much, everybody. I am just going to hit stop record. Hold on.